Coach Day, congratulations on the win there. We're going to jump right into questions for you. Leading off, Austin Ward with Letterman Row. Austin?
And what were you most pleased about? I mean, it's another double-digit win in the Big Ten. It's on the road. You dealt with maybe some adversity dealing with travel and everything, but what was most impressive to you about this win?
I thought the way we started, I thought overall, I thought we played physical. I thought we had good energy. I thought we played tough. It wasn't clean, but our guys just kept swinging away. And like you said, we had some adversity along the way, and we just kept playing hard. I thought the D-line created a lot of disruption. We got that big turnover late. Marcus was opportunistic on that play, really, really big play. I thought offensively we got out to a good start. I thought we had good balance. We controlled the ball. I think that was, something that typically, for us, we try to, run a lot of plays. And, time of possession usually it isn't a big deal. But I thought we did a good job controlling the ball and having good balance on offense. And then I thought Justin played excellent. I mean, threw some really good balls. Chris Olave made some really big plays. I thought the third down throw to Ruckert was a huge play in the game after, having the snap over his head. So overall, just a gutsy win on the road. Hard to win here, and proud of our guys.
Guys, if we could go on mute, please, until you're called upon. Next up, Jared Smalley, WCMH. Jared?
Ryan, the most bizarre thing at the end of the first half, can you run us through how it unfolded in your eyes and the ultimate answer you got and what unfolded?
Probably the most bizarre thing I've ever experienced. When there was 2 seconds on the clock, we took a long knee, probably took 4 seconds off the clock, so it was completely mismanaged. I don't know what to say, but I'd rather not get into it. We'll figure it out later. Once it happened, we just had to move on and put it behind us because nothing we can do at that point. But there's 2 seconds on the clock. We take the snap, and Justin waits, and then takes a knee. I don't know how that took 1 second. So I still don't know. They said it came down from replay, and that's all I know. So I don't know what to say. It was obviously extremely frustrating, but another thing that we just overcame. If there was 4 seconds left, we probably would have either just punted it or used the quarterback to get more time. But there was only 2 seconds, so I don't know how that's even physically possible. But anyway, we'll move on and deal with it tomorrow.
Next up, Doug Lesmerises, Cleveland.com. Doug?
Ryan, I know you want to take some shots sometimes as an offense, but when you take those with the way Justin throws the deep ball, with the receivers you have on this team, that 49-yarder that he dropped into Chris, just what is your ability not just to take those shots, but to hit those shots when you do take them?
Yeah, and they're hard to find against Penn State because, they put a safety in the middle of the field. They get a lot of depth, and you got to really pick your shots on that. That was a double move we spent a lot of time on. And you're right. I think the combination of our receivers tracking deep balls and Justin's ability to throw the ball down the field with accuracy is tremendous. And you saw that tonight. I mean, that was a huge play in the game.
Thank you.
Next up, Rob Aller, Columbus Dispatch. Rob?
Hey, Ryan, do you get surprised at what Justin's doing, and are you surprised when he throws an incompletion anymore? I mean, he is on a roll. I'm not sure you've seen anything like it.
No, and I'm proud of his preparation. I mean, he worked really hard this week to get prepared in the meeting room, and he was on it. I mean, he was really on it, and I give him credit. No, I'm not surprised with the way he plays. He does it in practice, and when you can start to take the meeting room to the field quickly, that's when you really become special. And I think that's what separates young players from really good veteran players, and he's starting to do that. And like you said, he just has a good way of being accurate. He's got great anticipation, and he's strong. I thought one of the biggest plays in the game was him taking that sack and not fumbling. I mean, he took a shot right there. That was a mistake and in protection that I could have helped with on the sideline, and I didn't. So I'm going to take the blame on that one. But he held onto the ball. If that ball squirts out and they scoop and score, we're in it. So I thought that was big. But I also thought the protection was really good. I mean, their defensive ends are good players. They have a good rush, and I thought our offensive line, played well. We had go over 200 yards rushing, and I thought Master ran harder. We were getting 4 a shot, 5 a shot, and that's good. That keeps you in rhythm. You get able to control the game, which I thought we did, and it was good to have balance.
Next up, Dan Hope with 11 Warriors. Dan?
Ryan, when you have three guys like Justin Fields, Chris Olave, and Garrett Wilson playing at the level they're playing at right now, how much comfort does that give you as an offensive play caller?
Well, it certainly helps when you have players like that who can make plays. And, we got a lot of weapons. And the good thing is when you just have one guy, sometimes they can kind of take that away. But when you have several guys like that, and then you have the offensive line like we have in the running game, now, that really makes them play honest. And when you can do that, that's when you can really attack defenses when they can't, overload one thing or the other. Like, can they double team Chris on third down? Well, no, because we could run the ball or Justin could scramble. Can they just, spy Justin? Well, if they don't, then Garrett Wilson's running a crossing route. There's a lot of give and take here, and that really helps. And certainly when in big games like this, when those guys play like this on this stage, it's big time. And this was a big stage, and this was kind of our moment to show everybody where we're at, and I'm proud of the way our guys played.
Next up, Bill Rabinowitz, Columbus Dispatch. Bill?
Hold on a second. There we go. Ryan, how much of a step forward was this, and how much work remains, particularly with pass defense?
I would say,
Game.
I would say it was a big step forward. To win this game on a road is a huge step for us. But there's a lot to be done. Absolutely, there's a lot to be done, and we'll just keep going back to work. But I think that's really encouraging that there's a lot of work to be done, and you still play like this and win like this.
Guys, I'm going to only be able to take two more questions because we have Jeremy Ruckert getting ready. Next up, Bill Landis with The Athletic. Bill?
Ryan, on the drive where you guys kind of or your final scoring drive where you put the game away a little bit, you called to go for it twice on fourth down. One of those was a pass call that I think caught Penn State off guard. But to call a pass in that situation, how much trust do you need to have in all your guys? I mean, everybody to call something like that and then to see them go out and execute it. What was that like?
Yeah, I needed I needed a drink after that drive. That was like 4th and 1. We throw the ball. I mean, my heart was in my throat, I got to tell you. And then we go down there. We're on the 1 yard line. We don't get in, and then we decide to throw the pass on 4th down and 1 on the 1 yard line. But you got to be aggressive. One thing I learned early on was that when you're calling these plays, if you put them in the game plan and you can execute it, you got to call them in those moments. You have to trust it, and it doesn't make it easy. I mean, it's stressful, but that was great execution. I thought the O-line protected really well in those spots because they were coming over the walls. And then Justin delivered, and the guys made the play. Chris made a huge catch, and then Ruck made the touchdown catch. But well executed too, which is big.
Thanks.
And last question for Coach Day. We're going to go with Nathan Baird from Cleveland.com. Nathan?
Ryan, how was Blake Hobbiel, and at what point did you realize that there might be some kind of an issue tonight with the kicking game?
Yeah, it's when we kind of went out, not to get into too much of that, but we went out for a pregame, and he started complaining of a groin, and we knew it might have been an issue, so we had Dom do the kickoffs, and then when Blake missed the field goal, we decided to put Dom in there, and then he did okay, but then he missed the other field goal. So we hopefully can get Blake healthy again and get that back in order, because that was not good. We left points on the field there, and those are heartbreakers. It's one thing to not score a touchdown, but then when you miss a field goal, that just hurts the momentum, and you feel it. It's just real. But we were able to overcome it, and we're going to get it fixed.
Great. Coach Dave, congratulations on the win again. Thanks so much.
All right, Jerry. Don't keep Ruck too long. We got to get on this plane and get home, okay?
Yep, understood.
All right.